Good afternoon. It's Friday, April 26th, 2024. Everybody's happy about being Friday. I know I am. Senate institutions here. We're going to speak briefly about some language that's getting added to the Capitol bill concerning a Windsor facility. And we have another amendment with some land purchase that's going down on in Springfield. We have with us Damian Leonard today, our legislative counsel, who's going to go through the language. And I think the committee's pretty apprised of what the language is, but I want them to be, we're going to ask for a show of hands at the end that we're all happy. So I want to make sure that there's no questions going forward. So Damian, welcome and thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. For the record, I'm Damian Leonard, Legislative Counsel. So I'll start with the amendment that's from Senator Ingalls.
Yep.
And this is I think we discussed it, we might have discussed it previously. This is a late breaking amendment. Basically the town of Springfield is looking to relocate their town garage. When the state cited the Southern State Correctional Facility there was an agreement originally to transfer land to the town for an industrial park adjacent to the correctional facility. The industrial park never happened, so the town has requested, now that they're looking to relocate their garage, that the state transfer the land, but for the garage purpose. So this is authorization for the commissioner to transfer approximately 10 acres to be used as the location of a new town garage. It makes the transfer contingent on the state obtaining state and local zoning and subdivision approvals that are necessary for the transfer. Because right now it's one big parcel, so you've got to get a subdivision in there. They're going to have to go through Act 250 and amend the Act 250 permit. That should be fairly simple because they've already got a permit. They're also going to have to go through the town, hopefully also simple because the town wants the garage to relocate. And then they also need to negotiate an agreement regarding maintenance and upkeep of the access road and water and sewer service lines that feed the correctional facility and will also serve the new garage, assuming this all moves forward. My understanding is the town is still working on whether they can get bonding approval from voters and so forth. So there are some things here, but what this does is it gives the authorization so that when the town is ready to move, the Commissioner of Buildings and General Services can move. The other proviso in here is just that there is a brownfield on the site. And so the transferred parcel shall not include that. The town doesn't want to acquire the brownfield. And then if the town ends up if the parcel transfers, but the town ends up not utilizing it for a new garage, they're required to consult with the commissioner on future uses. And then the transfer authority expires on July 1, 2027, so it's not hanging out there forever.
Yeah, that's not your district.
No,
Okay.
it's just north of my,
Right.
the line,
Right.
it's when, yes.
So any questions about
No, it
this?
sounds reasonable and good.
Okay, so
Yeah.
show of hands that's favorable?
Right,
Okay,
yeah,
so
thank you.
we'll note that it went out 4-0 as far as on that. And just the language on the what the appropriations put in for the Windsor facility site. Do you have that?
I do.
Language?
I do. So that's the third instance of amendment in their amendment.
Oh, they have more than one. That's right. So
They did. So I can
yeah, is that
talk
something,
through them briefly.
is that something you put on?
I can. Yeah. Let me.
I don't know if you guys saw it.
Yeah, I don't
Can
have
you
a,
send me a
Yeah.
link or invite me? I'm logged into Zoom, I think. So
I'll get you.
if it's possible to get or share a written.
You'll put it right on
copy,
this.
just
Yeah,
okay.
and it is. It's
Okay.
should be. Is it on our page?
I just don't
No,
have my computer.
The new one, I only had that one in,
I know it was on today's calendar.
I will send it to you, Linda.
okay, and I'll send you a link.
All right, that's on its way to you.
And I sent that.
All right, the emails are crossing.
I hope so.
They're on high.
Exactly.
It's like in Willy Wonka.
Yeah, hopefully they're not pausing to like
Yeah,
have lunch. Yeah, exactly.
I got your amendment.
Still waiting on the link. There it is. All right. Whew. Yeah, sometimes it's amazing how long things will take to get across the room.
Really?
Uh, Okay. Senator Clarkson turned 69 today,
Yeah,
celebrating across the hall.
I would never.
That's
guess
like
the
her-
Age.
She told me.
It's all.
She told us all on the record this morning.
Oh, okay.
and a couple days ago,
Yeah,
you were there then.
it's the topic of a lot of
Yeah.
discussion in Senate Economic Development this morning.
Oh,
So, all
And
right,
good pastry.
yeah. So the language is up here on the screen. The first instance of amendment is a technical change that joint fiscal brought to my attention. We had appropriated 100,000 to the General Assembly for the tables and chairs in the cafeteria.
yeah.
Traditionally, this money has gone directly to the Sergeant at Arms. So we just corrected that. The second instance, this was the appropriation for the Salisbury Fish Hatchery.
Oh, yeah.
It's in the budget, so they took it out of here, so they didn't end up with two appropriations for 1 year of operating costs. And then the Southern State Correctional Facility language is here, just a short intent paragraph that I'll let you read.
Are those like little dots in between the words?
Oh, gosh.
It's
yeah,
just
oh,
the
I'm
space,
sorry.
it just
Yeah.
means a space, it's a view,
Oh.
yeah.
Sorry, I'll turn that off. That is, I use that so, because I can see the formatting when I'm drafting this, so I can see why words aren't lining up correctly.
Oh,
But I always forget when I show you this screen,
I didn't know there was such a function.
there it is.
And Kate, I'll have you identify yourself before I ask you.
Kate Everly, Director of Communications and Legislative Affairs for BGS.
Are you good with that language?
We are fine with that.
Okay.
Just one thing, Southeast State is the Windsor facility. Southern
Oh,
State
God.
is the, well, no, I think that's right.
Yeah,
But,
no, it
but
is,
all I'm
yes.
thinking is,
Okay, you scared
I'm
me.
sorry, no. Wow, you
yeah.
take it seriously,
Yeah,
no?
there's a lot going on this week.
Yeah, no, it
Oh,
is.
yeah, you only have 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I just wanna mention something because I don't want people to think that we're talking about the Southern State
Right,
correctional
right, we're talking
facility.
about the Windsor facility.
Right, so
The
I don't
old-
know if we wanna put in parentheses Windsor or in
At this point,
Windsor.
they voted it out.
Yeah.
They voted out, okay,
Appropriations,
Right.
So
okay,
this is a straw. poll.
okay, so just be ready to,
Right,
Yeah.
this is basically, they voted
answer
it out, right?
people's questions and say it's not Springfield, it's
Right.
Windsor.
Right.
Be ready to say that.
So.
Yes.
What's the date or the number of this that we're talking about? Is this the big bill, is this?
This is, this is in,
This is our bill.
this is in the capital bill.
Okay.
So
great.
the-
Trying to figure out where we are, because I can't see it up there.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah, this is 882. The concern that was raised in the appropriations committee is that we're looking for sites for all of these new facilities.
Sure.
And at the same time, we're talking about selling this facility. And so it's their concern was that we not be taking steps to raise buildings or make changes to the site until we first determined like, could this be a good site for those facilities that we're trying to figure out?
Okay.
And then if the answer is no, then go ahead and sell it and move on with the public-private partnership or
So
whatever.
it's a very short
Yep.
statement, but there's a lot of stuff in
Oh, yeah.
there, so
And it's
that's why
what
I
you were
wanted.
advocating for.
Yeah,
very
well,
often.
I wanted to give you
Yes.
the,
Thank you.
that's why I wanted to give you guys the, you know, what their thought process was,
Yeah,
which, Danny just did, so.
Excellent,
Yeah.
thank you.
So, any questions?
No.
Okay, Scott, identify yourself, and I'll ask you,
Sure, Scott Moore, doing fiscal office.
you all set?
Everything's good for our end on the numbers, these amendments don't change any numbers, so everything is as you all saw it last week.
Okay, everybody good?
Yep.